Good afternoon. Welcome to another video edition of the Ripley Report. Peter Ripley reporting. This week I just want to touch bases with you on a development that took place during the last City Council meeting. As you recall, that some area residents were expressing concerns over the billing cycle of their utility bills. They're being double billed during the month, and when they already spent money for one light bill, they're being asked to spend money again for another light bill, or be overdrawn, or overdue, or face penalties like a surcharge, or have their electricity be turned off. Yours truly was approached by one of my neighbors, actually here in Port Angeles, and especially particularly in my very own apartment here building, regarding this. And we're all of us who live in this apartment and building, housing authority building, are on low and fixed incomes, and on disabilities, and some of them are elderly. And they didn't need to have the stress or burden of having two light bills being charged to them. And they just got done paying the last light bill. Now they're being asked to pay for another light bill on a certain date of the month, knowing very well that by the time that date arrives, everyone is practically broke. No money. There's no more money coming in, because Social Security and other governmental pensions don't last all throughout the month. We usually get paid at the beginning of the month, the third of the month, or so forth, and that is it. There's no more money coming into the pot. And once we pay all the light bills and the rent and so forth, or whatever, there's no money left. Really, there's hardly any more money left over, even for buying basic food. Anyway, yours truly went to the City Council meeting Tuesday and spoke on this very issue. And what was a hoot was the mayor got wind of what also was getting zinged twice a month on utilities. And he made mention about a conversation with his wife, saying, "Oh, then we ought to pay the light bill. How come we're being sent a overdue notice?" I thought, well, he just made my argument. And so he turned to the city manager and staff and said, "See what we can do to change the billing cycle of utility bills." I suggested during my little speech to the City Council Tuesday that these bills should be mailed out on the last week of the month, and the due date should be on the 5th or 4th of the month. That way, people who are on fixed incomes can make their budgets accordingly. But who can say if they will or not? It's kind of up in the air right now. They're going to probably go through the litany of the reasons why we need to keep everything the status quo, and have a big long litany of why we need to have everything and the reasons for it. And we're going to have a whole shebang. And anyway, I'm hoping they'll overcome this and do something that makes more common sense. Now, and this was all during the time when the election returns were happening that very evening, Tuesday. It gets better, folks. It gets better. The Democrats took a shellacking Tuesday night, and so of course yours truly, much to the chagrin of yours truly, and so here locally, well, it was a tight race. between the Democrat and Republican for the seat of County Commission. And the Democrat who ran against the Republican was also sits on the City Council, which is a nonpartisan position, by the way, supposedly. Anyway, her name was Cece Burke. And anyway, all throughout the campaign, she kept saying, well, I am going to raise your taxes because it's a good investment. Well, yeah, okay. And so I don't think the people of the town and the community was too thrilled in the prospect of saying something outright saying, yeah, I'm going to raise your taxes. Well, I guess they gave her answer to that. And so the Republican, Bill Peach, apparently is winning this, has won the election. There's no chance that, and this, the voting is going to change any to make the difference in her prospects. But anyway, she still sits on the City Council. And I gotta say that, to be fair to Cece Burke, I think she was honest in saying, yes, I'm going to raise your taxes because it pays for the streets and roads and the infrastructure. Okay, granted, they did a few things, but people weren't buying the old song and dance that the Democrats usually puts out for their justifications for raising taxes. And people weren't just buying it. And so anyway, that happened Tuesday. Now on Thursday, yours truly was presented a recognition for my involvement in service on the Developing Disabled Advisory Board for Clallam County, which I served for 10 years. And so during the meeting, they presented me a recognition. Let me get it here real quick. I'll show you. They presented me a recognition for my service for being on the board. You see it here. There it is. That's it. Thanks for service here. Anyway, they gave me that during the meeting on Thursday evening, and the chairman of the board had to leave early. So yours truly, who also sat as vice chairman of the board, had a chance to do his job in being the chairman of the board for at least a few items on the agenda. It was a privilege and honor to serve on that board for the 10 years I've served, and I just figured it's just time to get on my horse and ride off into the sunset. Anyway, I hope you all are enjoying these little chit-chats here on video chat, and I hope to see you all again next week. Thank you very much for watching.